everybody, and welcome to another episode of Twanna Y'vette Speaks. This is your host, Twanna Y'vette, and for the next few minutes, we are going to be talking about some of the top stories in the news. So, getting straight to the point, I discovered something that I forgot to mention to you guys the last time we spoke about the Tim Norman case. So, I'm going to open up my browser so that we can all see together. So, we talked about Sweetie Pie's Tim Norman won't face the death penalty in connection with his nephew's murder. I'm going to skip over the stuff that we know and I'm going to take you to the prosecutor's claim. So, the death penalty was previously on the table in the case against Tim Norman. Now, adding my commentary right here, I understand that some people were confused about how this came about. So, cheatsheet.com has given us a breakdown, a little bit more, of what takes place, I guess I should say, or, how it all went down. So, scrolling down a little bit more, Cheat Sheet says there are several theories floating around regarding why Norman would want his nephew dead, one of which involves Montgomery naming Norman as a suspect in Miss Robbie's home burglary. Now, right here, we all know that her home was burglarized years ago while they were on the OWN network. Welcome to Sweetie Pies, right? Everybody speculates that Tim did it, but it is a possibility that he set the wheels in motion quicker because he wanted Andre to not spill the beans about this burglary. Another theory, Cheat Sheet says, involves Norman being jealous of Montgomery's close relationship with Miss Robbie, which was quite evident on the show. So this stuff has been brewing for years. And I love the fact that the feds are saying, you know what? Finding out that Tim robbed Miss Robbie's home, you know, it may weigh heavy on why he, pushed the envelope and had his nephew shot. Now, if it was for the insurance money, he probably wouldn't have waited 4 years. I totally agree with that. But at the same time, maybe, other things stalled Tim, or maybe he actually did think that Andre, was going to die in the street just like, the rest of, the men in the family or whatever. You can't really tell what was going on in Tim's mind. But here, these two theories are on the table, that one of which involves Montgomery's naming Norman as a suspect in Miss Robbie's home burglary, and number two, a theory involving Norman being jealous of Montgomery's close relationship with Miss Robbie. So now, beforehand, if he were to be found guilty, he would face a minimum sentence of life without parole. So that was the second or third question someone asked. They asked about parole. According to this document, when he gets the life sentence, it will be with no parole. So officials in Washington, D.C. also were reviewing whether or not Norman's case could include the death penalty. But if the officials in D.C. made a ruling that the death penalty would apply, the decision would have already been unpreceded. Thank you. Unpreceded. Okay, let's move on. Feds say that Tim Norman will not face the death penalty. This is question number 4. So, who made the decision? Was it his lawyers? Did the judge? What happened? The feds are saying that Tim Norman will not face the death penalty in connection to his nephew's murder, right? So, Norman entered a plea of not guilty, which is number 5, I believe. What did he plea? Tim said, I am not guilty. He also requested an early release for Miss Robbie's home, which is number 6. He talked to the lawyer. Miss Robbie did not. He requested, by way of his lawyer. At the time, he didn't have the team, remember? He wanted to stay at Miss Robbie's home, and his legal team would assist him there. He would be on his best behavior and under home supervision until his trial. But as we know, the judge agreed with prosecutors and said, no way, we think you are a flight risk. We don't agree with your previous lifestyle, and we don't think it's a good idea. So, digging around does pay off. I find a lot of information in the small print, as we say, those little nooks and crannies of paragraphs in different articles. You guys know I'm a bit of a nerd, so research is like, second nature to me. But listen to this. Per the Clarion Ledger, prosecutors have decided they will not seek the death penalty, and of course, we already went through that. And it also says, unfortunately, the same cannot be said for another alleged co conspirator, Travell Anthony Hill. Hill is charged with conspiracy to commit murder for hire in the case also. So he's not actually charged with quote unquote murder. He's charged the same. So conspiracy to commit murder for hire. This is number 6 and number 7. Okay? So for those of you who were wondering, Travell Anthony Hill is charged with conspiracy to commit murder for hire in the case also. That's it. So it's still not it's kind of like, who's going to get charged with the murder? Everybody is being charged with conspiracy right now, or forging documents for the insurance and stuff like that. I almost feel like Wally or YL is probably going to get the lesser sentence because he wasn't directly involved in the murder. He was, doing the insurance and insurance fraud, which he's already lost his job. But I feel like he's probably in jail waiting it out because they're trying to get more information out of him, or to see if he knows anything else besides what Tim, you know, had him doing, because the text messages look incriminating to say the least. Um, Now, moving right along, this is not commentary, I'm reading from the script. So, Tim Norman's family is standing beside him amid his imprisonment. We all know that the family has been so quiet this entire time, not saying anything, but we find out from cheatsheet.com that the family will be standing by his side. So Norman's mother is supporting him as well through the ordeal and asking fans for their prayers during such a difficult time. She initially asked local St. Louis reporter April Simpson to share the following message on her behalf, which we got a hold of that last month, if you remember. Thanks for the prayers, but at this time I'm weak and I can't make a statement. And that's what she told Simpson. And so um, following that was an Instagram post by Miss Robbie. Keep praying for me and my son. And she also, gave another statement when Deion Sanders showed up at the restaurant, giving her little heart to all of her friends and family and fans on Instagram. And again, she says, I truly appreciate all the love and prayers and cards, calls, and messages of support my family and I receive from all of you. May God bless you. So it is unclear when Norman's trial will begin. Aside from a not guilty plea, Norman has not made any public statements, and fans find his smiling mugshot offensive. I know I do. I hate that picture. It drives me bananas because I don't understand what you have to smile about. And even if you're smiling because you're innocent, it's so creepy to be smiling when someone else has lost their life. You know what I'm saying? But for me, this is just my individual feeling on this. I just don't see any way James Timothy Norman could be innocent. His hands are not clean of this, and this is just my opinion. I don't expect a whole lot of people to agree with me, but that's just how I feel. I feel like his hands are not clean in this, and I think that he may have had help calculating and putting together this plan, but I feel like they got caught because they all got sloppy, because Tim decided we better shut him up now, otherwise everybody's going to know I had something to do with that burglary at mom's, and or he had more information or things that he had to hide, and Andre knew what those things were. So that's just me. That's just the way I feel. Please share your thoughts as well, because I love reading what you guys have to say. um it's not speculation. Like, this stuff is for real, and there are so many scenarios and so many ways this can go. You know what I'm saying? It's very unfortunate that this had to happen to such a wonderful family. And losing a loved one is hard. It is. But to know you probably lost that loved one because of negligence, and because someone was so spiteful and so evil and so calculating to take that life. I completely, it just blows my mind, you guys. It really blows my mind. So I hope I did a good job in answering your questions. And of course, if you have more questions about this case than any of the other cases I have reported on, just leave me some comments down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. But just to reiterate, Terica Ellis also escaped the death penalty. If I didn't tell you before, and it did not say if she pleaded innocent or guilty, but for her as well, the death penalty is not on the table. So just to be clear, and I will try to put the link to the story in the description box so you can skim over it at your leisure, if you want to read those, and as well as the documents from justice.gov. So that's all I have for right now, but I will be back later with a couple of other stories. I appreciate you guys being here and supporting me. I love you so much, and don't forget to live on purpose. And I have a sister site that is coming up. I have to tell you guys about some things. I'm excited about it, and I hope you're going to be excited too. So make sure that you are always checking my community tab, because I'm going to be sharing some really, really important things, including the giveaway, which the drawing is only a couple weeks away, you guys. So get excited about this stuff. This is awesome. Um, do keep these families in your prayers, and keep me in your prayers as well, because I haven't been feeling too hot, but I'm still working. And sometimes I may be working from my bed with the laptop, and I still got to get the job done, because this is my career, so I can't stop, won't stop. I got to keep moving. So anyway, you guys, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope this holiday season is treating you well. I am going to get started on the next story, so you guys will have that for tonight. In the meantime, stay blessed, say a prayer for those who are hurting, for those who are in need. Don't forget Miss Griggs, which was Andre's mother, and don't forget his siblings. His sister still watches the channel, and she's loving the love and support that you guys give. So and I'm thankful that we actually got a chance to reach out to her, and then she reached back out. Really, that just let me know that they really do need some prayers, and they really do need help. So I'm going to get out of here for now, but thank you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, and I will be catching up with you guys in another video. Bye for now.